Hello, I'm Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. We just got update 3.68 to No Man's Sky, which brings a number of fixes and optimizations for settlements, among other things. I'll be reading out the full patch notes, but first let's go ahead and go check out my settlement, see if there's any noticeable changes to it. I doubt there will be because it's mostly just fixes for problems and also optimizing it so that it doesn't lag much or whatever. But regardless, we'll see if there's any changes. Guess I'll go ahead and start reading the bug fixes. Introduced a number of optimizations for settlements and large bases, like I said. Fixed an issue that could cause some settlement buildings to be placed outside a flattened area. Some people told me about this, that like part of their settlement was buried under dirt because like you can see how the ground is kind of cut out. It's like perfectly vertical in that wall over there. But for some people, the generation didn't cut out all of the mountain around the settlement, and so like some of the buildings were buried under dirt, and that's no good. So they did some kind of fix for that. So hopefully if your settlement was partially buried, that's no longer the case. Fixed an issue that could cause two NPCs to occupy the same chair. I wish they'd also done a fix for players sitting in chairs. I can still see grass and rocks through the floor sometimes. Let's go see if by any chance that fixed players sitting in chairs. I doubt it. Oh man, it's worse. There's more grass and stuff. Yeah, no, players sitting in chairs is still bugged. We still float way above the chair, but oh well. Hopefully NPCs sitting in chairs will look right at least, even though players don't. Improved the behaviors of settlement NPCs so that they group up and converse more often. I don't see them grouped up or conversing right now. Maybe later in the later in this video we'll see them grouped up and conversing. Why don't we go to my bar? It's nighttime, and that's when most of the NPCs gather at the bar. Where is the bar? That's the restaurant. Here's the bar. I wonder if the door is fixed so that you don't get stuck on the door very easily. Oh, good. I didn't get stuck on it. I don't know if NPCs will. It's gonna be daytime soon, so there might not be a lot of NPCs in here. Well, yeah, NPCs. I don't think there was a problem with NPCs sitting in chairs. I don't think they floated above their chairs, but apparently there was a problem with NPCs sitting on top of each other, which I didn't notice. But I mean, it's good that they fixed that. Fixed a rare issue that could cause a settlement mission to become blocked after changing your settlement. Fixed an issue that could cause the interaction with the settlement technology merchant to become blocked if they were interacted with while outside the marketplace. I'll show you who this is referring to. If you've built a bazaar, then you'll have a merchant that sells technology and whatnot. I didn't have any problem with getting stuck in the menu or anything, but yep, I guess it's fixed. I didn't have that problem, but hopefully it's fixed for everybody that was having that problem. Fixed an issue that could cause two identical NPCs to be spawned for a settlement decision. So this is perfect because I've got a citizen dispute right now. Of course, again, I never had this issue. I never had two identical NPCs having a dispute. But, I mean, we can check just to make sure that it doesn't happen. So let's resolve citizen dispute. Oh, wow. Cool. I've never gotten a Viking before. It's always been two Korvax. That's pretty cool that it can be a Viking as well. I guess it can be any NPC in your settlement. So since I have Viking and Gek in my settlement, I guess it's possible for them to have a dispute. I've just always gotten Korvax because it's a mainly Korvax settlement. But anyway, we've got Specialist Ugok and Hunter Kuit. Planetary Specialist Ugok and Resource Hunter Kuit are research partners. Their relations have soured over accusations of theft. Planetary Specialist Ugok has retaliated by destroying petrified egg belonging to Resource Hunter Kuit. Which party is to blame? It's hard for me to tell who is who. Is Kuit this guy? Or is Ugok this guy? I mean, you'd think because their name is over it, but whenever I choose this person is happy, but here it's saying that I'm blaming them. I don't know, but I'm gonna blame the Korvax. The relations have soured after accusations that Planetary Ugok has retaliated by destroying petrified egg belonging to. Okay, so he destroyed an egg, so he's guilty for retaliating, even though they weren't sure that the other person stole. So, see, that person looked happy. I blamed him, but he looked happy. What the heck? So it's like I was siding with that guy, and so he's happy, and I was actually blaming the Viking. That's so confusing. It looked like I was blaming the person on this side, but this person on this side did a happy emote. So there's some kind of disconnect there that they need to fix. But anyway, yeah, so we definitely didn't get identical NPCs for that interaction. It was Korvax and Viking, very different. Fixed an issue that could cause an error when supplying materials to some specific small settlement buildings. I never got that issue. I've built all of the small settlement buildings, what I like to call glorified closets. Now that's weird. I could have sworn that this one's door was on this side. Almost seems like it got moved. But yeah, I call these rooms glorified closets. They increase productivity, but they just don't have anything in them. They just have junk on the outside. But anyway, apparently there was some problems with supplying materials to construct them, but that's been fixed. Fixed an issue that could cause multiple bases on the same planet to share screenshots when viewed on the teleporter page. Fixed an issue that prevented ladders from working correctly when placed in cuboid rooms. Fixed an issue that prevented some corner pieces from snapping correctly. Fixed an issue that prevented some basic floor pieces from flattening the terrain. Oh yeah, I encountered that bug. Me and friends of mine were building bases, and the flat floor pieces were just getting built into the ground. They weren't flattening the ground. The base building recolor system now has hover tips to display the name of the color. I don't think I can access that right now because I'm not at a base. Which is a shame because... Oh wait, I can... it doesn't let me access colors because I'm not at a base, I guess. Fixed an issue that allowed players to delete communication beacons. Fixed an issue that could count other players' objects as your own for the purposes of planet object limits. For example, exocraft geobays. Fixed a visual issue with short-range teleporter wires. Fixed a number of visual issues with the race initiator. Improved the snapping behavior of a large number of base parts. Fixed an issue that caused some islands to disappear, leaving player bases floating or mission-related buildings underwater. some of my friends encountered that issue right after the update happened. Um, their bases were just floating above the ground or were now over water because the islands had disappeared. Um, Not sure how they fixed that. Did they really make the islands reappear? To do that, they would have had to re-edit the terrain generation. And I hope they didn't mess up caves. I had been noticing that after the update, caves were a lot better. Oh no, I think they did mess up caves because I remember this cave was a lot nicer and closer to the ground, I think. Unless I'm thinking of another spot. Yeah, I think they may have changed the terrain because this spot used to be a lot different. Um, let's see. Unless... Oh wow, I think they did change the terrain because I remember there was a spot. There was a spot with, I believe it was a paraffinium deposit. Where did that paraffinium deposit go? There it is. It might be this over here. Let me see. So it looks like they actually did change the terrain a bit. That's surprising. Which I dislike because I was really liking how big the caves were. I think they screwed it up so that caves are small again. I hope not. Really good way to check would be to go to my bases that are in caves. Yeah, I need to do that. I really hope they didn't ruin bases by changing the terrain generation again. Let's run to my cave bases and find out. Where'd my office go? Oh, I just passed it. All right, we'll go to both of my cave bases. Awesome Cave. I mean, I hope they didn't really screw up caves. I was remarking over and over how awesome caves were, how much bigger they were after the Frontiers update. I really hope they didn't make them tiny and not good again. I had assumed that the terrain had been shifted in order to make room for settlements, but maybe not, and maybe now they switched it back. Let's see. Nope, this cave appears to be... Has it changed? Oh no, it has. I think this is a lot smaller than it used to be. The cave is still here, but the cave is a lot... The cave used to be like super steep. There was like this super steep wall that went up and up, but now it's kind of more smaller tunnels and stuff. Darn. So they did change the terrain generation some. I don't know how bad it is. Ah, darn it. Why did I come to this one first? I didn't have a portal here. Anyway, let's go ahead and read the rest of the stuff, and then we'll maybe check some other stuff out. Removed a number of obsolete items from the catalog. Fixed an issue that could cause some head elements to be visible when playing in first person. Fixed an issue that could allow players to prematurely start the Space Anomaly story mission while on an expedition. I had that problem. Or rather, I had the Artemis storyline not ever spawn in my expedition. So hopefully that fixed the problem of Artemis never spawning on an expedition save. The Artemis storyline, Atlas Rises storyline. Fixed an issue that could cause previous expedition saves to be reactivated as cartographer expedition saves. Yeah, I think that's related to the issue where every time I loaded my expedition save, it would give me a message that I had finished the expedition. It was annoying. It would also take away control of my character. Introduced a number of optimizations for PS4 and PS5. Fixed a crash related to interactable objects. Fixed a crash related to base and settlement rendering. Fixed a number of physics-related memory leaks. Fixed a crash related to region decoration. Fixed a crash related to noise generation. I think noise generation, I don't know if they're talking about sound or if they're talking about the way the terrain is created, because they use noise generation to create the terrain shapes. It's hard to say. I wish they would explain a little better sometimes. Fixed a physics-related crash. Fixed a rare issue that could block progress around mission portals. Fixed an issue that blocked mission progress in the Japanese version. Fixed an issue that could cause a soft lock when using mods on PC VR. Fixed an Xbox-related crash. Okay. I'm gonna... it's hard to say. I'm pretty sure the terrain around here has changed somewhat. I'm gonna go to my other cave base and see if it's different as well. Alright, let's hurry before it runs out. Okay, let's go to Red Cave. I should probably check all my bases. I'll definitely be able to tell if they've edited the terrain and messed things up. Yeah, I mean, trying to fix terrain to fix some people's bases is inevitably going to mess up other people's bases that have been built after the Frontiers update. So they really should have just not done that. This cave looks pretty much the same. I think that hole is still there. That's good. Cool. I don't know. I mean, it may have changed slightly, but it's too slight for me to really know. I don't remember these floating bits of terrain here, but that could be just something that happened to generate when I came here again. There's always a little bit of variance whenever things generate. I swear this is a lot different than it used to be. I think it was a lot bigger before. I really think they messed up the terrain again. But I can't be 100% sure. I want to go to one other of my bases at least, my water base. Because that base was on a very small little island, and if they changed islands, that may have really changed that spot. Okay, let's look at the terrain right below the moon pool. It looks pretty much the same. Then let's go look at the tiny island above us. Looks pretty much identical. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Maybe it hasn't changed. Although I could have sworn the cave near my settlement did change a bit. This cave does look slightly different. I mean, it's not so big of a change that it's like super major. Let's see if my stuff on top of this island has shifted at all. Yeah, I guess it's not major enough to really hurt anything, so that's good. Yeah. Landing pad is still in the same spot. Solar panels. I guess we're good. I'm gonna go back to my settlement real quick, and then we'll sign out. So I should wrap up by saying that this is probably the last bug fix we're gonna get for the the Frontiers update, and now Hello Games is likely going to go quiet until the next big update, which will likely be in October this month. It's the beginning of October, so later this month we'll probably get the Halloween update. We've gotten a Halloween update for a couple years, and Hello Games has been doing a major update every 6 to 8 weeks, so probably by the end of October we'll get some kind of content update, maybe a Halloween update if they decide to make it a creepy themed update like they have in the past. New resources available. Oh yeah. And it would be really nice if it was some changes and improvement. Oh my gosh, 80. I've been gone for so long. I haven't played in a few days. There's a whole bunch of items built up. Nice. That's pretty sweet that it keeps collecting items even when you're not playing. That's very cool. But yeah, I think I'll probably do another live stream now that we've gotten what is likely the last bug fix for the Frontiers era. And then hopefully we'll get a Halloween update later this month in October. And it would be really cool if it was creepy themed. One thing they could do is currently Sentinels can attack our bases. It would be really cool if they made it so that biological horrors could also attack our bases. That would be really cool. That would be a neat Halloween update, adding monsters that attack our settlements, I should say, not bases. Monsters that attack our settlements. It would also be really good if they added in some settlement defenses, make it so that we could build turrets and maybe some kind of security robots that could help fight the sentinels and fight the monsters or something like that. That would be a really nice addition. Like add in some more dangers to your settlement and add things that we can build that would protect our settlement from those dangers. Also, it'd be really nice if they would actually put things in the glorified closets. Like, I have like 5 of them now that it let me build. Just build these little cube buildings that have nothing in them. They're called like hazard protection units and power generators and stuff. It'd be nice if there were actual devices in them that we could interact with and do something with, rather than just being a glorified closet like I call them. But anyway, hopefully we'll get an update in October and it will add some new features to the settlement system, I would think. I should hope that, I'm pretty sure the settlement system is a foundation for them to add more things to in the future. But anyway, this has been the 3.86 patch notes and checking things out video. But anyway, I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay. Special thanks to my monthly supporters, Shell Owens, JSpot51, Shannon and Jeremy, Marquis BS, Meg Payton, Renee McLeod. It's friends like you that motivate me to keep creating.